you work with matters, and I promise you, it matters more than ever in 2023. Listen to this little analogy I put together, right? You are a professional NBA basketball player. You just got drafted to an NBA team. And when you get there, they tell you, listen, we've got access to the best trainers in the world. You can pick from whoever you want. Or if you've got one of your own, you can use them as well, right? And you know that you've got an old buddy who coaches high school basketball, who knows a thing or two, right? And he does a little bit of training on the side. He might even be retired from coaching junior high basketball, but he's done it before, kind of knows what he's doing, right? Not, you can use him to train you in the NBA, or you can use the best of the best. Which would you choose? Matt, the Mortgage Guy, residential mortgage broker, licensed across the country. Go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out the form. We'll be in touch. We can help you no matter where you're at. If you're looking for a great agent, no matter where you're at, you can go to homeandmoney.com/Matt and connect with a great agent. If you're local to Sacramento, Northern California, or most parts of California, go ahead and email me and my team at team@mtmg.com, and we'll connect you with a great agent. Because a great agent is something you really need in 2023. I use that analogy because when you're using an agent on the buy side, the seller is paying that agent's commission. So whether you're using the best of the best and the trainers that the best of the best use, or you're using, well, I guess agents in this case, right? Or you're using somebody who does it part-time once in a while, gets 3 or 4 across the finish line per year, but doesn't really do it all day, every day. It's not passionate about it. It's not the best in their field. It's the same to you as far as what it costs you, right? While you can say it costs you the same, it really doesn't. It costs you dearly if you're using somebody who's not a great agent. So I was looking at this article, top 10 traits of a real estate agent, and I'll get into that. But I really want to communicate to folks, you should, and I implore you to find a great real estate agent to work with, because in a market like 2023 that's changing and moving, working with a great agent is more important than ever, right? So let me go through these 10. I'll give you my kind of hot takes on what I think about these different traits and why they're important. And then at the end, I'll close with how you find a great agent and what things you should specifically be looking for. So quick list of these 10 things that you should be looking for a real estate agent, according to a Redfin article, right? And then I'll tell you my, ways to find a great one at the end of this video. Honesty and integrity, number 1. Knowledge and expertise, number 2. Attention to detail, number 3. Communication skills, number 4. Negotiation skills, number 5. Dedication and determination, number 6. Team support, number 7. Compassion, number 8. Experience, number 9. And 10, resourcefulness. I don't want to forget to say this, so I'm going to say it now. Number 9, when you're talking about experience, I'm not talking about time in the business. You can be 30 years in the business doing 3 deals per year, and really you're just living that same dismal 3 transactions per year over 30 times, right? That agent in most cases is going to be a lot less knowledgeable and skilled than an agent who's done 10 deals per year for the last 3 years, right? Because they've got 30 deals done. They've done them in a time period where they know more about today's market than that agent who did 90 deals over the last 30 years. So experience isn't time. Experience is what you've done lately, how involved you are, how passionate you are, all those things, right? So let's go through the list. I just couldn't forget that one. Honesty, integrity is a given at number 1. You want somebody who at the end of the day has your best interest in mind. Whether it's a newer agent or a seasoned agent, the one that are in it for the long term understand that giving people the best advice, putting them first, is ultimately going to lead to great long-term success. Those that are trying to catch lightning in a bottle, be super successful, right, in a short period of time and aren't thinking the long game might not always lead with honesty and integrity. But I know a bunch of great agents who do. And sometimes that means that they're telling you that you shouldn't buy a house. You shouldn't sell a house. It might be a different game plan. They might walk you through a house and say, you know what, this one's not for you. And I'll tell you why, because this, and that, and you told me you wanted X, Y, and Z. All right. So honesty, integrity, number one, totally agree with that one. So you want to find somebody who you like and trust. Number two, knowledge and expertise. Knowledge and expertise, again, doesn't mean somebody who's been doing real estate for 30 years is necessarily knowledgeable, or somebody who's only done it for a year is not knowledgeable. I know brand new agents who have studied real estate, bought real estate, been involved around real estate, and are really knowledgeable. They've only been selling it for a year, but they're an expert. They've been around it. They've studied it. They've transacted in it, right? And this year that they've got as selling and officially licensed, might make them a rookie in some people's eyes, but they're still knowledgeable and they're experts, right? So knowledge and expertise, it's hard to kind of measure that, but I think with a conversation, you can generally feel somebody out. Yeah, this person knows what they're talking about. When they explain to me this neighborhood and why this and why that and this versus that and that street versus that street, they know their stuff. Number three is attention to detail. And it goes back to that same expertise part. Is if they're paying attention to detail, they can tell you specific traits about specific neighborhoods and street by street and why this zip code versus that zip code sells at a 10% premium and what they see with trends and people moving to this neighborhood and why you might want to consider that if this is important to you, all kinds of stuff, right? They're paying attention to detail. They're paying attention to trends. They know who's developing, what's going on, what the future is going to hold for this neighborhood or that, and they're going to relay that to you and help you make good decisions. Communication skills is number four, and this is huge. In the real estate business, communication is everything because relationships are everything. A great agent with great communication skills has established relationships throughout the years that will help you as a buyer or a seller because they're able to communicate with other agents. If they're listing your house and selling your house, they're able to network and let people know about this and get more people through there, get more buyers through there. If they're helping you buy, you're able to call listing agents, get information, and sometimes they're able to know of things that are coming before they even hit the market. So a great communicator with a great network and whatnot is invaluable, right? Number five is negotiation skills. I am telling you, you might think that all agents know how to negotiate. Take it from a guy who's worked with 1,000 of them. They're not all built the same. Some of them are absolutely phenomenal negotiators, and it's not $1 million listing, type of fancy Hollywood type stuff. It's just, hey, listen, negotiating on behalf of the client, knowing how to write a contract, knowing how to communicate to the other side, knowing how to make sure that all parties win really is a great negotiator. It's not just about helping you win. It's helping, everybody come to an agreement on something that works for everybody, right? Number six is dedication and determination. To me, that just means somebody's dedicated to being really good at their craft. Someone's determined to supply their clients with like high level client experience and do whatever it takes to make sure that you, the client, win. So somebody with that is going to do right by you. Number seven, team support. This one is really important because as there's new agents coming along, like I discussed earlier, there's some new agents that are great. They know real estate because they've been around it, they've transacted in it, and they're good. They might have only wrote 6 contracts, but if they're part of a great team structure that has systems and structure in place and support when they need to ask questions, you're much better off with that agent than somebody who's, on their own, 3 deals a year, doesn't have the team support and all the knowledge that comes from not just seeing your transactions and your clients and what happens with those, but the hundreds or thousands of clients that are worked with each year from a team, whether that's, a team within a company, whether that's a branch of a company, whatever it is, people with great team support are going to be able to serve you better. Number 8 is compassion. And this one's important because you have to be compassionate in the real estate space because it's something that is a big deal for people. Buying a piece of real estate is a big, scary experience. It's also exciting. It's also something that people look forward to and get emotional about, and it's really a big deal. So as an agent, you have to have compassion around the fact that it's scary. You're going to hold somebody's hand. You're going to explain everything to them. You're going to, as the professional, make it an less stressful and hopefully exciting experience. All right, number 9, experience. Like I talked about before, experience doesn't have to be time. Experience can just be knowledge around real estate transactions, whether you were licensed for the whole time, whether you were, I've seen people that were great appraisers for 10 years, transitioned to real estate. Now they're great agents. The first day they wrote a contract as a real estate agent wasn't the first time they were exposed to real estate agents. I know other real estate agents that are brand new. I got a buddy I'm thinking about was a real estate investor before he was a real estate agent. So now that he's an agent, he's been in real estate. He's wrote offers. He's got offers accepted. He's bought multiple homes, right? He knows what he's doing, right? And so experience is something that doesn't depend on how long you've been licensed. Sometimes it will, right? And I know some agents that have been licensed for 20 years and they're all the other things, right? And they're involved and dedicated and getting better every day and all those things. All right, finally, number 10 is resourcefulness. Resourcefulness, being number 10 is cool because it's a good way to end it. In 2023, you've got to be resourceful. All markets are different. All markets are acting different. Current market, Northern California, very little inventory. You've got to be resourceful. You've got to know how to find the diamond in the rough amongst not a lot of listings. Once you find that diamond in the rough for your clients that works for them, you've got to be able to communicate and talk to the list side and make things happen. And so there's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of resourcefulness, in markets that are changing all the time. You've got to be really plugged in and know what's going on. So the most resourceful agents are constantly talking, sharpening their skills, knowing what's going on within, communities and listings coming up, to new builds, to all of it, right? And they're very resourceful. So in closing, hopefully this was helpful. As a mortgage professional, I have no skin in the game except for that I get to, in my seat, see the very best of the best and the ones that, quite frankly, aren't. And I can tell you it is a humongous gap. So do yourself a favor, find yourself a great agent. If you don't have a great agent, like I said, team@mtmg.com, I can connect you with an agent in California. If it's somewhere outside of California, you can go to homeandmoney.com/Matt. The best advice, if you're not going through us to get a referral, if you're just trying to find who's a great agent, you can find, a great mortgage professional you like and trust. You can dig a little bit online to see who's got reviews. You can see who's actively working in these markets. And finally, you can just do your due diligence and have some conversations. And through some conversations, you can decide, this is somebody I like and trust. This is someone who's knowledgeable about the market. This is somebody who I think is going to have my best interest in mind, be able to put together a contract that works for me, and all those other things. So best of luck to you. Again, homeandmoney.com/Matt. That's how you connect with an agent nationwide that I know is going to be taking great care of you. Besides that, best of luck to you. Make sure you get yourself pre-approved first and take care of all of that. That's greatmortgagebroker.com. If you want more mortgage advice, there's plenty of it on this channel, 700 plus videos. So find them, check them out. They're probably linked somewhere.